I told myself to write down what I did in these notes, but sorry, no. I told myself I would write notes as to what I did on these nails, but of course I didn't. I'm pretty sure I know how it went. These nails aren't so important. We will be focusing on these nails. These are going to be Wicked inspired nails, and it should be a lot of fun either way. So we will work our way through it. Hi, this is Stephanie from Nails.X.Stephanie, and we are doing another manicure. As I said, it's going to be Wicked inspired. This nail is more Elphaba with the green and the gold lightning. And this one is a combination of Elphaba and Galinda with some gold filigree. There's some gold chrome powder mixed in. There is a chrome powder on top of this one. I don't remember which one I used, so we'll have to figure it out. I think it may be Pandora. But yeah, let's get on into it. I'm not sure which nails I'm going to do what. I think I might start out with this one on the thumb, and I'll probably alternate from my other hand as to what's on, which one is on which finger. But let's get on into it. We've got our two main colors, which is Smell the Rosé from, I believe it's Smell the Rosé. I didn't write that one down either, but it looks like that's what it is. I felt like this one was the ideal pink for Galinda. And then we've got Pistachio from Madame Glam, and we're going to ombre them together. So I'm starting out with, sorry, yes, I do have fuzz on my nail because I am wearing a sweater, stupidly. But it's Sparkling Rosé from Light Elegance. It's their Jimmy Gel line of building base gel. It is fabulous. I love it. And we're going to grab our ombre brush, which if you follow this channel, you have seen me use before, but we will go through it again. And I believe I started out with the pink going up the nail. So we're gonna do that. Going in at the base, I'm gonna push it towards the nail fold. I now have that fuzz on my pointer finger on my right hand. And I'm just going to feather it up the nail to thin it out. I love these brushes from Apres because it makes it really easy to ombre colors together. And we're going to go for half and half. And then using the liner brush, we're going to go and then smooth it out around the cuticle. I'm pretty sure I did a two-step ombre with this one, which is ombreing it together while dry, or at least while one color is dry, the other one is wet, so that we don't have to deal with trying to blend two wet colors together. Clean up around the cuticle line. Yeah, it probably looks less pink on the sample because it has the cat eye on top, which is going to dull it somewhat. And I actually really like that. I don't want it too pink. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cure that. Okay, now for the green, we're going to obviously feather it down from the tip to the midway point. But I'm going to pull it up from the midway point just so that we don't get like this huge glob of polish at the tip. And then using the ombre brush, which is clean and dry at the moment, we're going to just lightly dab at the join and pull it down. Now we're going to do 2 coats of this, so don't worry about getting it perfect right off the bat. Pull a little bit more down. If you need to clean your brush, go ahead and do so. Just make sure afterwards you wipe it off and then pull the, splay, flatten the bristles again. And you can go a little bit sideways and blend it a little bit more. And then once you have it the way you like it, go ahead and cure it. Okay, so we're going to do another coat of the green before we go back with the pink. And bring it down a little bit more. And now back with the pink. We don't want to do too thick of a layer, so just take as little on your brush as possible. Make sure you get into the corners. And then once again, feather it up. Make sure you get those edges. And then back with the ombre brush. All right, we have got our ombre. Just clean off my finger before popping it back in the lamp for last cure, and then we're going to move on to the other side, which is just actually a green coat. Okay, next step is putting on the cat eye gel. Nothing crazy, nothing new, same technique as always. This one is from Gaoi, is 2341. It has like a holographic shift on the label, but it's not really a holographic cat eye. It is a translucent cat eye, which means it's suspended in clear. So your background color is really going to show through very well. Okay, then I'm using a cylinder magnet. This is from Leaf Gel, but you can find them on Amazon. I'm just going to go around and activate it. It's looking a bit streaky from the liner brush, so I'm going to just you know what? I'm going to wipe this nail and then I'm going to go in. This isn't something that I would ordinarily do, but I'm going to go in with matte top coat. I have to matte top coat my green nails anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and smooth out the surface with the matte and see if that helps out. Okay, a little bit of, I don't want to use alcohol because I don't want to remove the inhibition layer. Sorry, I don't want to use acetone. Although that pretty well removed the inhibition layer anyway. So I'm just gonna buff it out. And I would like to know why this always goes smoothly when I'm doing it on my own, but when I'm recording, it all goes to shit. Just gonna use a little bit of Young Nails Protein Bond. And actually, I lied. I don't need to use the matte top coat on the other nails yet. We will get to that, but we're going to start in with no wipe top coat first for the chroming. What is all over my nails? Okay, for the record, I am very not happy with Madam Glam. On the whole, I think they're a fantastic brand, but they need to figure out this bottle for the Velvet Matte Top Coat, because all of the gel polishes are in brown opaque bottles, brown glass bottles, and the neck of the bottle is brown, except for the Velvet Matte Top Coat where the neck is clear. So anytime it's anywhere close to the UV lamp, which it is because I'm using it, it semi-cures the gel around the neck of the bottle, and then it filters down into the rest of the gel, and now there's little bits of what looks like dust, but it's little balls of semi-cured gel inside the bottle. And now I have to dump the rest of this because it's leaving spots all over my nails. So, Madam Glam, if you ever watch this, or if anybody watches this to have that is connected with Madam Glam or talks to them, use the same bottles as the regular polish. Why is the neck clear? Can someone please explain that to me? And just to show you what I mean, this is a regular base coat. The bottle is brown. Anyway, now that we have our matte top coat on the nail, we're going to go back in with our cat eye gel and see if we can get this rolling. Because once again, this was supposed to be a simple manicure, or more simple than I did last week. I'm having problems that I shouldn't be having. Okay, I'm putting a second coat on. Ordinarily, I wouldn't do this because one is plenty for the effect, but I don't like the splotchiness that I'm getting on top of the pink, and I don't understand why it's working out differently or not working out the way I did it on the swatch stick or on the sample nail. I'm hoping I don't end up hating this set because I was really excited for it. So right now I'm just trying to make the best out of it. Okay, so here's the deal. I really hate my nails right now. They've gotten really thick and bloated, at least the ones with the cat eye. And I don't want to continue on with it. So I'm going to finish off the pointer finger and the ring finger, or pointer finger and the pinky. And then I'm going to remove the other 3 fingers and redo it. Or figure out something else to do, because I'm not, there's too many other steps to keep going forward and make my nails even thicker and lose the shape completely. And it's already, it's already almost 9 o'clock, and I'm just so frustrated right now Because once again, something that's supposed to be relatively easy for me to do with everything else that I've done and all the other nail designs that I've done, this is for some reason kicking my butt. Even though I've done the sample nail and it worked out beautifully, and I can't get it to work on my own nails. So let's move on to the other two nails. We're going to do a no wipe top coat, I think, because I know there's a chrome over top. There's a double chrome, which means more layers and more layers and more layers. I mean, look at this. Why is this so disgusting? None of my other bottles are like this. Okay, so I believe it's the chrome powder Ruth because Ruth has the red-green shift. But we're about to find out. We can see how much more I can be unhappy tonight. Okay, that's right. Yay. Okay, it's a good thing I didn't record it because I think I would have started crying. I used the matte top coat instead of the no wipe top coat on my pinky, and then had to buff it and put the no wipe top coat on before going in and chroming. But now we are using the matte top coat. If you are following along with this video, I am so sorry. But we're using the matte top coat to go over pointer finger and pinky because I want to do isolated chroming for the lightning. When I go to redo my other nails, I think what I'm going to try just to buff off the cat eye layers to redo. I don't want to have to repolish the entire nail. All right, for the lightning lines, we are going to use this black black gel liner from Madam Glam. We're going to really coat the bristles well. I am running out. I will have to get more. But using black because it's no wipe, well, using the painting gels because it's no wipe, and the black because it will really show the gold well. Oh my God. Send help. Okay, we're going to flash cure like we usually would. And then we're going to chrome with gold. Okay, this is chrome from iGel Beauty using an eyeshadow applicator. And we're going to go in and just rub it into the lines. And we're going to rub it into the entire nail because there's no way we can avoid going off the lines. And then we're going to wipe it with the other side. I think I'm going to see about investing in Tino Vo's Teflon matte top coat because he doesn't seem to have any problems with the, what's it called? The chrome powder coming off of his matte top coat, and I have problems all the time. Although this came off pretty clean. All right, I am going to base and top coat, and then we're going to figure out what we're doing with the other nails because these nails are done. So going in with our base, and we want to go in with base over chrome just so that we have that extra layer of protection. Make sure you float the gel, you don't drag it. Okay, so where I am right now, I had to redo the polish on those 3 nails from start to finish. I was trying to make things go quickly, taking shortcuts. I did not base coat after I rebuffed, and I had lots of indentations I didn't see, and unevenness that I couldn't get rid of with the polish. So then I had to go over the polish with a builder gel to even everything out. And now I'm going back in with a very thin coat of the cat eye gel so that I don't get that pooling over the pink. And honestly, I think I'm going to have to sit on it and see how I feel about it. But right now, I'm not exactly thrilled. But we're going to finish this up so that I can go on to my right hand and then hopefully go home at some point tonight. Just don't understand why I'm getting such a different result from what I did on the tip. I mean, granted, there's no cuticle on the tip for things to pull into. I'm getting a ridge I don't like from the pink. But there's nothing I can do about that. I'm toying with the idea of going over this with chrome powder to try to hide some of the inconsistencies, but I know that doesn't always work. I'm going to push forward with the design as planned. Now going in with the matte top coat so I can do the isolated chroming of the gold accent. All right, black, where did my palette go? So basically what I did after I top coated with matte is I wiped it with isopropyl alcohol, because even though it's a matte top coat, there is still somewhat of an inhibition layer, and that's what the chrome will get stuck to. So I'm using my smaller brush now because we're doing a smaller design, and I'm just going to go around in a wavy line. That I'm going to overlap with more wavy lines. I'm going to switch to the other brush just for shits and giggles to see if it goes a little faster. Let's try doing it without the inevitable piece of hair, which seems to be a brush bristle. The reason I switched to the longer liner is because it holds more gel, so I don't have to redab as often, presumably. Okay, flash curing. All right, I'm going to finish up with base coat and top coat, and that's going to finish this hand. Jesus, this is just beyond. Then I have to go on and do my right hand. Can we like get ourselves together here? Before I can actually wrap things up. Oh, this is the finished product. It is 10 after midnight. I wish I could say I'm not mad about it, but I am so definitely mad about it. I don't know why this set caused me so much problems. I'm not 100% sure I like it. I'm probably about 80% sure that I don't like it. I don't like the way the shape of my nails turned out. I wanted them to be closer to stiletto because these are Wicked inspired, and I wanted Wicked ass nails, and they are not feeling very Wicked to me. You'll have to let me know what you think. I hope, God, this nail's got bubbles in it. I'll be back in here tomorrow, even though it's my day off, just to do some work. So I may end up filing this nail and redoing it. Not loving the way the chrome came out on this one, because no matter what I do, I can't seem to get the isolated chrome working without getting chrome all over the rest of the nail. Even though I thoroughly cleansed the inhibition layer from the matte top coat, it just doesn't seem to want to work. But I did discover that I had a brand new bottle of Velvet Matte Top Coat, so at least I didn't have to deal with the chunkies again on my right hand. But, yeah, I don't know what happened here with the shape of my nail. It's did not want almond. I wanted stiletto. I wanted closer to this shape. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I apologize for the sheer mayhem and the anger. Unfortunately, not everything can always go the way you want it, no matter how experienced you are and no matter how straightforward it seems to be. So, thank you for joining me. I hope you will consider joining me again. Hopefully, the next manicure will be a little easier. I do plan on doing Van Gogh nails. She sighs. Because it will be taking quite a long time, and hopefully I can carve out more than just the evening hours in which to do it, because I don't want to be here until past midnight again. And when I did the Monet nails, it took me 9 hours. So if I start after my last client, which is about 6 o'clock at night, I do not plan on being here until 3 o'clock in the morning. So I have to figure out how to work that into my schedule. But that's going to do it. Thank you so much. Love you all. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. Okay, everyone. It is the next day. I am going to post the original outgoing message, the original follow-up closing remarks, whatever you want to call it. But I also wanted to come back on here and let you know that I went and I redid some of my nails again. You'll notice that this nail is different. It was originally the alphabet nail with the gold striations. I didn't feel like I liked 3 nails like that, so I went in and I put in and I've got bubbles again. I don't know what's going on with my top coats, but that's annoying. I went and fixed these 2 nails because I had air bubbles. I'm not going to go ahead and fix this one. It is what it is at this point. It's still going to bug me. But anyway, yeah, so I went in and put in the Glinda and Alpha ombre nail, and I think it came out a lot better. I also went in and I reshaped these 2 nails because it was really too bulky at the tip, more almond than stiletto, and still it's more rounded than I would have liked. But I'm considering going and Ooh, something just, sorry, something just shifted. I'm considering going in and redoing all my nails. I mean, these are basically my nails at this point. I haven't done a full set of Gel X since probably July or August. I've been kind of just working off of my own nails, and we'll see how I feel. There's really no need to change out my nails for tips at this point. They're perfectly healthy. If you want me to do a full removal so I can show you what my nails look like, I can do that. I need to file down a little bit on the underside. But yeah, that's gonna really do it for this video. I just wanted to come in here and show you the finished results. Let's get our little fuzzy mat out, because I'm gonna retake pictures. But yes, this is the finished look. Thank you once again for joining me. I know it was a bit chaotic, to put it lightly, bedlam last night, or earlier in the video for you. But once again, thank you for joining me. If you made it this far, put a pink and green heart in the comment section. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.